Did you hear about the magic tractor? Turned into a field. Right, hello again everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tanix TX9s Android Box. Mega cheap. And the TX6, I loved the layout, but it just failed on a few things. So I'm hoping this one is going to perform better and it might be worth investing some money in. Who knows? So that being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's crack on. Right, so first of all I want to thank Banggood for sending this product out to review. And if you are interested in looking at the product, I will leave links in the description down below. And one more thing as well, I've just set up a new Facebook page. It's going to be like a behind the scenes thing, early access to what I'm going to be reviewing or what videos I'm going to be doing stuff on. And then also just random videos. So if you're interested in stuff like that, go over to Facebook and like that page. Right, so we're not going to do a 45-minute unboxing. This is the box. And let's get it open, see what's in it, get it started, see how it works. Right, so when I take the box out, this is noticeably bigger. Noticeably? Is that noticeably? I don't know. Anyway, you can kind of tell it's a lot bigger than the previous TX6 box. On the front, you've got nothing. On the left-hand side, you've got nothing. On the right-hand side, you've got nothing. And then on the back, you've got your power input, your Ethernet, your HDMI, and you've got two USB 2.0 ports and an SD card slot, but it is the bigger SD card, it's not micro. And it is worth it, there's no optical out on this either. And when looking at the bottom, it's just solid plastic, but when it comes to ventilation, there's ventilation going all the way around the outside, which is good news, because nobody wants to experience overheating issues. The remote, it looks kind of clean. It's not one of these normal Android box remotes you get that look absolutely dog shit like a 7-year-old boy's made them. It looks kind of nice, but it also is infrared again, which means if you are covering it up, it's probably not going to detect it on the box. I always think it's worth getting a wireless remote with a USB dongle, makes it a lot better for navigating, but that's what we've got with this one. And it is worth noting it has got a mouse function on it as well. Can I focus on the camera? I'm not sure. Oi, upside down, but it is there. You get the UK power adapter or whichever power adapter you require. And you also get a HDMI cable. This is number 3962, I think. And then you do get a user manual. I usually rip these up, but I can't be bothered to tidy it up. But nobody needs that because you subscribe to Free Tech, don't you? Right, so I'm excited to get this one connected up and see what it looks like, see how it performs and see what we get with it. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Let's crack on. Right, so that was simply just setting up your time zone, how big you want your display, and connecting to the internet, and that's it. So let's jump into it and see what it looks like. See, hey, I like that. That actually looks awesome. And I forgot to say, this box, I think at the moment it's around $33, which is around £27. And I've got to say, it looks clean. And it might be because it looks different and I'm used to looking at the same interface every time I look at a box, but that looks quite nice. I like it. The remote feels really responsive. I like it. You can move around with it. It does what you want it to do. But what I am going to do is connect up the remote wireless keyboard that I like to use when I'm using any Android box. It's just a lot easier to navigate, use the mouse function and things like that. What this does, it allows you to point the mouse anywhere, well, the controller, remote, whatever you want to call it, and it still works. And then we've got a mouse function, which is an air mouse. Love it. Right, so enough of that. As we can see on the home screen, you get the TV center, which is going to be a fork of code. You've got YouTube, you've got Chrome, Netflix, and the Google Play Store. Right, so another thing, a bit of customization on the home page. You can scroll to the bottom and you're going to see the little plus symbol. Click on that. Click on a few applications. As you can see, these are the apps that have already come pre-installed on the box. So you've got Aptoid TV, which is awesome. It's going to save you a lot of time when you first get the box. You've also got Mirrorcast, which is going to enable you to cast such as your Android phone or tablet. And you've got AirScreen, which is going to allow you to cast such as your iPad or your iPhone. But highlight the ones you want to put onto the home screen, click the back button, and there you go, you created a shortcut. If you go to the left-hand side, you're going to see a scroll wheel. That's obviously the apps section. You've got your settings, and then you've got the home again. So there's only 3 options on there, but it is quite a nice little feature. So we're going to the settings section. You're going to just see a bit about it. Go to more settings. This is going to take you to the main settings section. I'm in the way now. Just move myself across a little bit. Whoa. Right, so one thing worth noticing, when we do go into the settings section, there's not as much as what you'd expect to see. One thing that does jump out at you is Bluetooth function is missing. And obviously if that is missing, it's going to restrict you on what you can connect to it, such as wireless game controllers and things like that. But for streaming purposes and things like that, it looks like it's going to be absolutely fine. What we're going to do, we're going to quickly go in the About section. You can see it's the TX9s. And if we scroll down, it's running Android version 7.1.2. A lot of people may think that's an outdated version of Android now, but majority of streaming apps just require that you've got later than Android 5.0, so that should be fine. Right, so enough of talking shit, let's get into it, see if it plays some 4K content on YouTube, see how Netflix works, see what's available in such as Aptoid TV, see how it plays content, bit of gaming maybe, and just is it worth the money? So if I go into YouTube, I'm going to want to play some 4K video, and as you can see, this is the Android TV version of YouTube, which is my favourite, so happy days. Right then, so let's click on a 4K video, see how quick it loads up. So it usually starts off a bit blurry at the first bit, and then it finds itself, it goes crisp, but we're looking to see if there's any stuttering, because that is what the lower budget boxes seem to cope not very well with. I didn't word that the best in the world either. And that's playing a lot better than I expected. That's smooth, there's no stuttering, there's not even the tiniest stutter. That's very impressive for a box at this price. Let's just see what quality we are playing in. As you can see at the moment, we're in 1440p, which is obviously a great quality. But now we're going to up it to the 2160p because it wasn't on that, and see if it stutters on that. Right, so now we've upped it to 4K, as you can see there on the left-hand side. You can see it is playing in 4K. But you can see we are starting to now experiencing a little bit of stuttering, a little bit of buffering. But that is still playing pretty well. That's super impressive for a box at this price, I've got to say. And it's a lot better than the TX6 was as well. I really like this. So now we're going to try some Netflix. Right, so one thing to note on Android boxes like this, they're not the fully supported version of Netflix. It's a mobile version, so you can't navigate around the app using the controller. So what you do have to use is the mouse function. We've got one built in on the remote already, which you can click on. And then as you can see, the mouse comes up there and you can use that. But as I said, I'm using this remote right here, and it allows me to be able to do that, drag up and down the page and select things like that. So let's try playing something, see what kind of quality we get. It's probably going to be in 480p, which is a very low quality, a low resolution, but that is what the mobile version puts out, as you've got a smaller display, so it doesn't need the high quality you'd expect in the 4K version. Right, so that does look higher than 480p. It is pretty good quality, and it does work really well. Right, so now you're going to see you've got Aptoid TV, like we said before, and this is like a massive... It's kind of like a Google Play Store, but a third-party one. It's got third-party apps in there. You've got your movie apps and things like that. You've got FreeFlix HQ, Terrarium. You've got Mobdraw. But what I do like is we can get Puffin Browser from here as well, which is the app I use to download things from my website. What's impressive is this box is like, it's got everything installed that you're going to need. And then once you get the box, once you open it, it's so simple for you to install what you want to install and get using the box. No messing about having to try and navigate around Google Chrome and things like that. I'm very impressed. Right, so I've just put in a 64GB USB storage stick. And as you can see at the bottom there, you've got your file browser. It's as simple as clicking on that. You're going to see there 64GB. So if I click on that, this is my USB storage. I've got a bit of 4K content on there. I can click on it. It's going to ask me what I want to play it with. So if I click on Movie Player, and there you go, it's as easy as that. So if you're loading stuff onto a USB storage and you want to watch it, it's as simple as doing that to watch it. That's it. And look at that picture quality. No buffering. It's mint, that. I like it. Right, so another thing we like to do is, can you highlight the top bar inside third-party applications? It might sound like a bit of a no-brainer, but some Android boxes don't allow you to get to the menu or the search function and things like that, which make it a real ball ache having to use the mouse. So, there you go, ding-dangly-do, we can get on that top bar, loving life. Right, so last thing before we do the Antutu benchmarking test is a TV Centre. So we're going to open this up, and you're all going to know what this is. It's a fork of the old KO dang. YouTube don't like that we say that. So as you can see, there you go. So you could install the original version and then have two versions of this running. So if we go down, see if there's... And as you can see, you've actually got add-ons already on there ready to use. So that's pretty much set up, ready to go. I've not done anything to that. That's the first time I've launched a TV Centre. So they really are covering all bases on this box. And one thing a lot of people ask is, how do you know what apps are running in the background? How do I know if the app has closed? Well, this has got a kill apps section, so if we click on that, it should kill any apps running in the background. So what this is going to do, it's going to speed up the device. It's not going to be slowed down by loads of different apps that are running in the background. Right, so let's quickly do an Antutu benchmarking test, see what kind of scores we get. For those who it relates to, I don't really bother with them, but if you do like to see them, it's going to be coming up now. Right, so for some reason, I don't know if I'm using an outdated version of Antutu benchmarking, but it's worked on every other. For some reason, I can't get it to work on this, but Tech.to UK did a review on the same box, and he got a result of just over 50,000. So you'll be the judge of that. But one thing I do want you to bear in mind is this isn't an Nvidia Shield, it's not a GT King, it's not a Fire TV Cube, it's not going to perform as good as those. So if you're trying to compare it to those, just bear that in mind. Right, so the TX9s, as you can see, $33.99. That in pounds is less than £30. And for that box, that is quite a bargain. There are some things you are missing, there are features you're missing, and I have noticed when you are using Wi-Fi, the speeds aren't great. It is only a 2GB of RAM, 8GB storage device. And it's only 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. It doesn't support 5G. But like I said, for that price, if you're using it for the purposes like I've just been using it, you're going to be fine. If you want to have a quick look at the specs, there they are. That's the CPU, GPU, you've got your RAM, you've got all that. But a lot of this isn't going to apply to you, or you're not going to be bothered. You just want to know, does it work? Right, so that is the TX9s Android Box. Honestly, for that price range, that is an awesome box. Yes, there's things missing. Yes, there's other things we'd like to see on there. But for the price, you can't really complain. The fact that there's no Bluetooth on there, so if you are going to be using it for connecting Bluetooth devices, then it's not going to be a box for you. I also found using it over Wi-Fi, it wasn't the fastest speeds in the world. Although when I was using YouTube and things like that, it were working well. But comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you own one of these boxes? I personally love the interface. That's what's done it for me. It's different. But like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's dog shit. A lot of people think I review Android boxes and I'm trying to make you buy them, but I'm not. I'm literally doing these reviews, so if people are looking to buy one of these, they can see what they're like, how they work, and are they worth buying for them. And hopefully my videos give people a better look of the product they are looking to buy and confirm if they want to buy it or not. So honestly, comment your honest opinions down below, because it makes no odds to me if you think it's dog shit or you think it's a dog's danglies. But right, I'm going now because this video has gone on a lot longer than I expected. I've totally lost track of what I were doing. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da! Right, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Tanix TX6. No, we're not. That's wrong. That in pounds is less than... No, it's not. It's not less than 20, is it? Right, so that is the TX9s Android... Oh, I've gone invisible. What's happened? Right, so that is... Right, so that is the TX9s Android... I keep going invisible. Right, so I'm excited to get this one launched up. Is that... It's connect up the remote wireless keyboard that I like to use with the baby. But for streaming, I think it's going to be perfectly fine, I mean.